Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to learn about how to strike a conversation with the child. So whenever the child is entering, we as a doctor, how we can start a conversation with a child. So what I am going to focus over here in this presentation is that the words or the phrases that we use in our practice right from the entry of a child can remarkably reduce the fear and anxiety of the child we plan to treat. Now, using our own words carefully based on the cognitive development, that is the mental development of the child, how much words or how much things the child can grasp. On the basis of that cognitive development, we can instill a positive attitude towards dental treatment in a child by carefully using our words related to the understanding of the child at that particular age. Okay. Also, you must have heard of the words like euphemisms. What are those? They are mild expressions that substitute the words which may be offensive or may be unpleasant to a child. So euphemisms are basically the mild expressions or the soft words we can say, and these words are often used in pediatric dentistry to make a dental procedure more acceptable to a dental patient, especially children. So let's begin with our presentation today. Now the first thing over here is how to greet a child who has entered just into a clinic. How we can greet that child. Okay, so the things to remember over here are, there are some formal greetings like behaving like a doctor, but I would suggest that go for an informal greetings, like you try to be a friend with the child. For example of informal greetings are, what you can do is you can just say hi, how are you, or you can say hi, then the name of the child, and compliment the child. Example, it's good to see you. Or you can say hi big boy, beautiful girl, buddy or honey, like that if you don't know the name or you are not aware of the name. Or you can just go for hi, I am your doctor friend, being or showing yourself as a friend to a child. Or how are you, asking about his or her status of health and everything, or just knowing about him or his perspective. That would make the child less anxious and would eliminate the fear that is building up on the entry into a dental clinic and seeing the surroundings. So it is better how we can manipulate our words for the benefit of the child by greeting them in an informal way. So coming to the first thing that the child would be seeing on a broader perspective would be the dental chair. Okay, now what different words we can use for the dental chair to reduce the anxiety is, like we can use the magic chair. Okay, we can also use the term like up and down chair. We can also use the term like elevator chair. We can also use the term like chair with water and air. Okay, we can also use the term like chair with remote. We can also use the word like astronaut chair. The child would like it definitely if a child is boy mostly. Or we can refer to as a space chair. So these are the terms that can be used for the dental chair, or the terms that you might invent based on the local language that you can produce, so that it brings out the comfort level in the child and the child is more into a less fear or less anxious state. The other thing that the child would be seeing is mostly the light. Okay, now we can refer to it as like the tooth bug spotlight, or the sunshine light, or the flashlight, or the tooth light, or the Mr. Sunshine, and the words that you may like to use. Now when we talk about the mouth mirror to a child, then we can use the terms like lollipop mirror, or the looking glass, or the doll's mirror, or the tooth selfie mirror, or the small little tooth mirror, or the bug mirror, or the fairy mirror, and the things that you use mostly in the clinic in your local language. Now when we talk about the explorer, that is the most pointed thing that we can show to a child is, then we can refer to it as in a different terms like tooth counter. It is a counter, it will help us in counting the number of teeth. Like this we can mention to a child, or we can refer to as a finger. See, this is a finger that will be counting the tooth. Okay, so you can refer to it as a finger, or you can refer to as a tooth pointer, or you can refer to as a tooth tickler. Okay, so or you can refer to as toothpick, or you can refer to as a bug finder, that this instrument is, or this thing is going to just find the bugs in your teeth. That's all. Now when we talk about the handpiece or the air rotor to a child, then the terms that we can use is like whistle, because it has a sound like a whistle. Then we can also use like sugar bug chaser. It is to chase the bug that will run around inside your mouth. Okay, and then the brush, simply showing it that it is a brush to clean your teeth. Then toothbrush in simple language. Then tooth cleaner we can say, or we can also say tooth washer, or we can also say as a cavity eraser. So these are the different things or the terms that can be used for the air rotor or the handpiece we are using on a child. Now next comes the dental x-ray. When we plan to do an x-ray of a child, whether it be an IOPA or an OPG, we can refer to it as in a simple languages like pictures we are going to take, or the pictures of your teeth, or we can say the tooth bug pictures, or we can say the selfie of the teeth. The terms that in a normal day-to-day life the child is mostly getting in from the different sources like parents or guardians or friends. So these are the simple words that can be used for relating it to the x-ray or the imaging that we need to get for the teeth of the child. Now anesthetic is important. Anesthetic is important because this will create some type of fear also in the child. So we can easily refer to it as a sleepy water, or a sleepy juice, or we can refer to it as a tooth sleeper, or sleepy medicine, or sleepy drops we can say, or we can say the magic water, or we can say the magic medicine, or we can say the balloon juice. So this is for the anesthetic solution that we are just holding in our hands, or our assistant is holding in our hands, in his or her hands. Then the child may become anxious that something is now going to happen, so just eliminate it with these simple words that you can use. Now coming to the rubber dam. For the rubber dam, the words that can be used are the raincoat, the tooth raincoat, the rubber mask, the tooth mask, or the color mask, or the tooth shield. So these are the simple words for the rubber dam that we are going to place, and the child normally accepts the rubber dam, and once it is placed the child is very comfortable, and at most of the time the child usually sleeps because of the comfort level that he gets from placing the rubber dam, and instills an attitude that something is going outside his mouth, and he is less worried, and he is at the comfort zone or the comfort level. So it's very good to use the rubber dam. Now next we talk about is the restorations. Okay, the things or the words that we can use for the restorations are like in a normal term we can use it as a filling, or we can say a tooth cream, we are going to apply a tooth cream, or we can say food for the tooth because there was a cavity, so we need to fill that tooth, or we have a food for it, the food the teeth will eat and he will cure himself, or like that we can use. Then we can also say like bricks to build the tooth. Okay, there is a broken tooth and we are just using the bricks. Okay, or the tooth builder we can say in a simple words or simple language. Now for the extraction that may create a fear or higher anxiety in a child, we can simply use the words that are very simple to use. For example, tooth bug that needs to get out. Okay, or we can say wiggle tooth, or we can say help tooth out. The tooth wants to get out and you should help him out so that he is free from any disease and does not create problems or the disease for other tooth that are there to chew or keep your mouth healthy. Okay, then you can also say that tooth pain is out if we are just removing the tooth pain from your mouth, or you can say that there is a bug that needs to get removed. Simple. And now when we talk about the dental scaler to a child, for cleaning purposes, okay, for maintaining the oral, removing the plaque over there in the child's teeth, then we can use the simple terms like water toothbrush, okay, tooth cleaner. We can also use the terms like tooth bather. We can use the terms like electric toothbrush. We can use the magic brush because it is spraying the water also. We can also use the term like it is a tooth shiner. Simple. Now when we are holding a syringe, or we can say the injection or the needle, the child gets a lot in a lot of fear, and the child may become apprehensive. So you have to try to not create in a direct sight of vision. That syringe should not be in a direct sight of vision of the child, and instead you should indirectly produce it from behind, and just keep on using the words on frequent intervals. For example, for the method of administering such type of anesthesia is like, you can just use, there would be a small pinch like an ant bite, okay, or a tiny pinch. We can say there would be just tiny pinch, and you can pinch his or her the child's hand by pinching small amount of skin, so that the child get, okay, this much is bearable, okay. Then you can also use the term like little ant bite would be there, or you can say it is just a spray. We need to spray or it on the tooth, or you can say use the words like dropping water on the tooth. Just sprinkle on some drops from the syringe to on the child's hand, and say like this, we will be spraying on a tooth. Or you can easily say to a child like, it's a water gun, there is only water in this and we are just giving water. So continuously keep on using these things, these terms, different terms, to make it easier for the child to understand, because child may not accept one term, but he or she may accept different terms, and will get into his or her mind that yes, it is a non-harmful thing, or it won't going to harm. Now let's talk about the suction that we are going to use. Okay, for the suction, the words that we can use are, we can easily refer to as a vacuum, like a vacuum cleaner at home. Okay, we can also use the terms like straw, and simply demonstrate it in a glass of water, that see the water is getting sucked into the vacuum. Or we can simply say that this pipe or this thing is thirsty and it needs water from your mouth, and it will drink all the water, and any dirty thing that is there in your mouth. So it's as simple as it can be used. Now when we talk about the mouth prop, we also refer to as a bite block, and for this thing we can refer in it in a simple words like tooth chair, pillow. We can also call it as mouth cushion, or we can also call it as tooth cushion. So these are different terms that can be used for a bite block or a mouth prop. So friends, thanks for watching this video. It was all about the using different types of words or phrases that can create a positive attitude and acceptance to the treatment that we are going to give to a child, and the euphemisms, the words that will lead to a comfort or reduce anxiety and fear in a child. So this was all about this words or phrases and instilling a positive attitude. So if you got the point, and if you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below this video. And you can also follow us on Facebook page by A to Z Kids Dental, or Instagram A to Z _Kids Dental. Thanks for watching it. Bye bye, take care.